Okay, people, we are back once again in Civilization VI, picking up a significant number of turns ahead of where we left off. As you can see, some interesting things have happened. Laventa was at one point in time a city-state, but now it is part of the almighty English Empire. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why would I take Laventa? Well, I had to test out my military. I had to see if they were in fact capable of taking cities. We were testing our blades, testing our new weapons, seeing if they are sufficient. And now you're probably thinking, well, where did they all go? Are they invisible? Are they hiding in the farms? No, they are not hiding in the farms. They are hiding off the shores of Washington. So we've got a decent-sized military force over here, and we're sailing towards Washington, man. We are about to wreak some serious havoc on America. We're about to kick down their doors, and we're going to eat all their hamburgers and hot dogs and show them once and for all why Pax Britannica is the only way to do things. Okay, so before we actually get into all the war, I guess we'll talk about the little things that we've done. In the meantime, we have unlocked the ability to build a broadcast center, so we've been making those in a couple of our cities. We've got one in production in Quicksilver City. We've got one in Chengdu, it being built right now. I think I finished one in Blue and Dun. Leeds is also putting in some work as well. Laventa, we're building an encampment just because we may need more military strength at some point. And the city of Date is still chilling. Jesse Date, if you're still out there. You know, the city of Date has been a solid and well-balanced city from the beginning of the game. It's just had its tiles well optimized from the get-go, and that is still the case now. So, +1 for the city of Date. Now, at this point, I think I think just about the last thing that we can do is click that war button. Casus Belli. Declare formal war. Let's do it!
If I must choose between righteousness and peace, I choose righteousness.
Okay, I mean, Theodore is a little bit over the top with his presentation. He's a little bit melodramatic for my taste, but what are you gonna do? So we are running into a bit of a problem straight off the bat. The fact that Washington, or America rather, has a battleship in the water is kind of a problem, because that has the potential to sink our boats before they get ashore. So what we're gonna have to do is try and get ashore before the boats get sank. So let's get in there, and what we can also do is try and destroy his naval vessels as well. That may prove to be the best course of action. Well, we can get rid of this destroyer first of all. We don't need that thing wreaking havoc, especially against our redcoats that are sailing around in a wooden boat because nostalgia is too strong. You know, and I respect that the boat that the unit uses matches the era that it's from, but you know, come on, give the redcoats something better to sail around in. But it looks like we can actually start getting the redcoats on land already. So what? Ooh, there's a submarine. My goodness, I didn't see that. That's not good. We're gonna take the long way. Yeah, we're gonna try and get our redcoats on land. We're gonna try and get as many units on land as quickly as possible. And I guess we'll go about it. We'll take the long way. I mean, because I don't want to bump into that submarine. I guess I'll have to try and cock block it a little bit. Can I block it with it? No, that's not even. Maybe the scout. This is real interesting right now. This is really, really interesting. The naval warfare is coming to fruition. I don't like playing Civ without the water set to very high, because there's not much room for the boats to sail around if it's not. So, just a fun fact: if you want to have some decently engaging naval combat, set the water levels to high, and you'll have a little bit more boat action. And it looks like we can get this redcoat on land as well. The fact that they don't have to deal with embarking and disembarking penalties is phenomenal, which makes them great for sieging coastal cities. All right. Huh. That's funny. I had no idea I could sail other land units on top of a boat. Learning, and I do have a destroyer as well, so we may as well get that in. So yeah, we're doing one of my favorite things in Civ right now is the combat. It's, you know, I'm getting ready for that classic turn-based action of XCOM to return. You know, I'm gearing up. Excuse me, I'm gearing up for Long War. It's been long awaited, but it's finally getting ready to arrive. Anybody else excited for XCOM 2's Long War? I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm gonna put this builder to sleep. I don't know what I want to do with him just yet. But yeah, that's an interesting thing I'm looking forward to, and I'm also looking forward to them putting full mod support into Civ 6 because they said they were gonna do it and they haven't done it yet. So come on, Firaxis, hurry up. I don't know how long that stuff takes or how difficult it is. Yeah, I like the combat in Civ 6, but, and I know I've talked about this before, obviously, but I wonder, I wish there was a mode. Oh, who cares about Trajan? I wish there was a mode devoted to just combat. Like the only, well, I mean, I guess you could make a game where the only victory condition is domination, but I don't think the AI in Civ 6 is truly programmed for just combat, right? I think it's programmed to be a little bit more balanced than that. It could be, I mean, just from looking at the units that what's his name has built, that America's, but I mean, America has a pathetic military at the moment. I think all they really have is a couple of naval units, and that's about it. This tank can rush on shores, go around there, and boom, we are in position to siege. And then I guess we'll move. But yeah, I don't think there's a mode in Civ that's purely devoted to just combat, which and I don't think the AI is sufficiently programmed to just be combat. I mean, I don't know if it would work. I don't know if it would work or if it would be like too clunky or whatever. But I'd be curious if it is possible, because I would play it. I would play a Civ combat mod. Is what I'm getting at. I think it would be fun. And can I attack the city with a destroyer? I think I can. Can I? Oh, I can. I can attack coastal cities with a destroyer. Nice. Look at that. Cannons ablazing. Yeah, because it's like once you get into the classical era, the combat opens up, and I think it'd be fun. And I guess I'm just yearning for some XCOM. I'm yearning for some classic turn-based, some really well fleshed out turn-based strategy, and also the real-time strategy. I'm way more excited for Halo Wars 2 than I should be. I mean, I'm frothing at the mouth, jumping for joy, waiting for Halo Wars 2, because I feel like there are definitely titles out for the real-time strategy genre right now, but there aren't any. I hate to use the term there aren't any major titles, but that's what it is, right? There's no big name fucking. You know what I think we're gonna do? Because this redcoat is basically on a suicide mission trying to get these walls down. So I think what might be a better idea is to move him back and make room for the tank, and then the tank can just roll in and start doing some work on the city. The redcoats are just here for nostalgia purposes. I feel like that the real English army does this too. They just have one guy in a classic redcoat outfit whenever they deploy forces or something. That's obviously not true, but it'd be funny as hell if it was. Oh, I forgot. I have a medic. Let's get the medic on shore. Yeah, they're in as far as I know, a lot of stuttering there. As far as major titles are concerned, there aren't any major real-time strategy games. I mean, people are still playing StarCraft 2. How old is StarCraft 2 at this point? You know, like when is a real-time strategy game gonna top that? When is there gonna be something better than StarCraft 2? When is there gonna be a new head honcho? You know what I guess I could do? Charge into your death. We got to keep damage on the city. So yeah, when is there going to be something that comes out that's better than that? When is something going to dethrone the master? I'm always kind of curious about what the next big thing is. If you want to call it that, or when. It's the same concept like the WoW killer. When is there going to be an MMO that comes out and completely revitalizes the genre and takes the torch, if you will, that takes the baton that Blizzard is holding on to so firmly, and they just don't want to let it go. And it's interesting, and I wonder if Halo Wars 2 will be able to do that, because that's a huge. Well, that was a bad idea for that scout. Yeah, I wonder if Halo Wars 2 is going to be the next really good, really fantastic AAA real-time strategy game.
Distracted from distraction by distraction.
Distracted from distraction by distraction. I respect it. We're going to go ahead and choose our new civic. We have officially finished all of the civic research. Probably should have switched over to a different government before declaring war, but, hindsight is 20/20, I suppose. But yeah. And people have actually told me about other real-time strategy games, like I think one of them was the Deserts of something. I can't remember the name offhand at the moment, but yeah, I still want to try it. It's on my Steam wish list, so I could always check back at some point. But my point is still, when is there going to be something to dethrone the master? When? Dude, what the hell is an AT crew? Can they only shoot at tanks? I guess that makes sense, but for fuck's sake, it's a bazooka. I can shoot it at whatever I want. Lesson learned. But yeah, but the kind of sad thing about gaming in general is that if something isn't a AAA title, it doesn't get swept under the rug, but it does get, it's nice, but it's indie, and it's never gonna be. Indie games don't really become the next big, massively multiplayer shooter that takes over the world or whatever. For the most part, you have your outliers, like League of Legends at one point was a very small game. Minecraft was a very small entity that, for what it's worth, is still technically an indie game, I guess. And I guess even Blizzard at one point would have been considered an indie developer before that was really a title to put on it. But there are plenty of good. Look, I'm talking in circles right now. I realize this. But what I'm saying is, there hasn't been a AAA. Holy shit, wait a minute. We done took the city. And we got some boosts out of that, too. I'm not wearing my glasses. I can't read shit. Wow. We took America. We took the capital. Olympus has fallen, people. Olympus has fallen. You cannot raise a major city's original capital or a city that you or an ally founded or owned at the start of this war. So I guess we're going to keep the city. I was considering burning it to the ground for giggles. We're going to keep it. Now that we've taken the city, let's take a look at the scoreboard. America is still leading in the tourism race, but I think that's only for until the score actually changes, because now that I've taken over Washington, I've taken all the paintings with it. It's a good thing I didn't pillage the museum, because I would have burnt some of the great works in the process. I'm so excited for this right now. I don't even know what the hell to build in Emerald City. I don't really know how to build a national park. I fucking swear. I'm gonna keep him, but I want him to be asleep. I'm not gonna delete him. That would be stupid. Oh man. So yeah, we took over Washington, man. I want this to reset so I can see Great Britain at the top of the charts. And somebody's really got to tell me what the hell an AT crew does. Or somebody just needs to confirm if I can only use an AT crew to shoot at tanks, which is, it's fine, I get it, but come on. And another question, is my medic actually healing anybody? I feel like it should have healed this redcoat by now. And another question, should I continue my relentless assault of America? Continue pushing them back, extending my own borders at the peril of theirs. I don't know. I want to. I do want to continue pushing America. Because that city was surprisingly not difficult to take. I thought it was going to be tougher than that. Which is why I built so many military units. But it just kind of crumbled. And that's one thing that I have learned from playing the one match of Civ that I did play online. I still haven't gotten around to playing a second match of online Civ. Do not neglect your military at all. And America in this particular game neglected their military. As far as the world rankings are concerned, I have the strongest military. Trajan, actually Trajan has the strongest military, but I'm sure he just has a bunch of Roman legions because he's an idiot. But, you know, this is badass, man. This is really badass. Okay, I was just looking through all the different things that I could be doing at the moment, because even though I am at war, there are still other things to focus on, and I think a good option might be to start production on the Eiffel Tower. Now, this is a potentially risky maneuver. This is going to remove the wheat, first of all, which is unfortunate that has to go, but it's going to take 15 turns to finish that, and I don't know, there's no way for me to know if another Civ has been building the Eiffel Tower for the last millennia. So, you know, we'll find out soon enough if I've made a mistake, or if I'll actually get the Eiffel Tower out of this. But I think what I'm gonna do. Oh, right, I forgot to check the score. Look at this. America is still leading in the frickin' tourism department, but I think it's only because they have so many tourists. But I'm generating more tourism per turn, but America has more tourists. So until that changes, the war continues. Yeah, until we eliminate all the tourists that are munching on their hamburgers and hot dogs, the battle will continue to rage on. I think I'm going to go for Baltimore next. I'm going to take all of the big cities, and I think what I might do when all is said and done is I may gift one of the cities to Gorgo, because Gorgo is wifey. And I swear, Gorgo's been playing hard to get since the beginning of this game. And hopefully, if I gift Gorgo a city, I feel like she should finally accept my friendship. Like, we're currently friendly, but if I try and declare friendship, she's like, you can't have none of this, which is ridiculous. And in the turns that I skipped over, I got 2 perfume amenities from a great merchant, and I gave one to Gorgo. I gave Gorgo some perfume. I gave Gorgo the first Sephora that has ever been created on the planet, and she still will not accept my friendship. That is the real end game. So, but it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Let's just blow up Baltimore. Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. We'll take We'll take Baltimore, and then we'll take Charleston, and then we'll give Gorgo Charleston. Then she'll have to fall in love with us. All right, that's the plan. I believe that's how it's going to work. Let's start shooting up the city. Machine guns versus city walls, obviously not the most effective thing out there, but you know, we got to peck it down while we wait for the rest of the units to get into place. Our tanks just got promoted, so we got to wait a little while for them. Unfortunately, it's very unfortunate actually that our let's build another commercial hub. It's very unfortunate that our... Damn, Mayor West has a population of 17! When did that happen? It's very unfortunate that... Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, dude, I completely lost my train of thought when I saw that population of 17. It just felt... I didn't realize Mayor West was doing so well, and it completely knocked me off track. But what are you gonna do? But we have to change up the location of the people in Angel City because they're going to starve to death if I don't. And there we go. We've solved the great food crisis of Angel City. They're no longer starving because America doesn't have... Oh! I think I was going to say it is unfortunate that I am no longer getting any use out of my destroyers and other naval vessels, but I suppose they will help me when taking over Buffalo, because you best believe Buffalo gonna get it too. So I'm not going to go into position for Buffalo. Or maybe I can't. Can I siege them from out of their reach? I can. Okay, yeah, I can start sieging Buffalo without them being able to hit me. I'm pretty sure I'm out of their range from this position. Oh, just go to sleep. Yeah, because that's the real downside to having a naval-focused civilization. If your opponent doesn't build coastal cities, then you get virtually no benefit from your naval vessels. But as you can see, coastal raiding is still pretty damn cool. I mean, coming from the ocean, nobody expects that. Nobody expects the wave to come from the ocean. Well, that sounded stupid. Obviously, you expect a wave to come from the ocean. What I meant... Oh my god. Did the game just end?
From the dust to which our civilization first rose, so too shall we return. As the light of our people fades to nothingness, we wonder if one will rise to rekindle our flame.
You have been defeated. What happened? What happened? What? They did it. They did it. America. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that was a fucking surprise if I've ever seen one. We weren't fast enough. We weren't fast enough in destroying America. And they won the game. I clicked the just one more turn button, which I'm assuming means I can just kind of keep going and blowing stuff up, which is still satisfying in its own way, but it's a little bit cheeky at this point. I suppose we can move the battering ram into position for our tanks that are about to charge in and start doing work. But I think it's over, folks. I think we lost. There's no two ways about it. America just kind of snuck in and won the fucking game. At turn 250-ish, America has wooed us all with their film studios and all of their other stuff, their hamburgers and hot dogs. Wow. I guess it's over. Right? I guess it's over. This feels really weird. The way it ended feels really weird. Like, I feel like it's not over even though it is over. This feels weird. Like, is it just gonna end when I finish the turn? And I'm just now noticing I never built a theater square in BlueAirTopia. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I was going for a cultural victory, yet I never built a theater square in my capital. The fuck? Well, that was definitely an abrupt ending, but, you know, it is what it is. We can't win them all, but what we can do is have one final question of the day. When you lose in a video game, do you get back up and try again? For me, I'm a bit stubborn, so even if I have the option to lower the difficulty, I'm going to get right back on that horse, and the horse is going to be just as challenging as it was before, and I will keep trying it until I figure out how to win. So let me know in the comments, when you lose in a video game, do you get back up and try again? Do you lower that difficulty, or do you just keep banging your head against the wall until you make a hole and punch through? Since this is the final episode of Uncut Civilization 6 for now, I want to say I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I had a lot of fun playing this game and talking with you guys in the comments and also naming cities based on your suggestions. So, you know, thanks a lot. I genuinely do appreciate it. So, as always, the name of the game is Civilization 6. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.